In the bustling chaos of an airport teeming with noise and hurried footsteps, a German shepherd sensed something no one else did. Trained to protect, but guided by instinct, he stood unwavering as fear flickered in a child's eyes. Each step he took drew the story deeper into danger, embodying courage and the unbreakable bond between dog and handler. What started as routine patrol quickly turned into a tense confrontation that would test loyalty, bravery, and silent understanding. In that critical moment, when everything was at stake, what choice did the shepherd make? The airport pulsed like a living creature, its heartbeat echoing through voices, rolling suitcases, and overhead announcements blending into a symphony of urgency. Travelers surged forward, some rushing toward security, others sprinting to gates, flashing final calls. Neon screens reflected shifting colors from flight updates, while the air was a mixture of roasted coffee, mechanical oil, and a jumble of perfumes. Detective Elena Cruz adjusted her jacket strap, slowing her pace to absorb the chaos. She knew this environment well. The shifting currents of human movement masked underlying threats, and her patience and intuition were her best tools. By her side trotted Shadow, her German Shepherd partner, paws rhythmically striking the floor, contrasting with the clatter of luggage. His amber coat gleamed, ears alert, eyes scanning details beyond human perception. Calm yet vigilant, his low tail and fluid body betrayed a silent sentinel ready for action. Elena's focus was unshakable, her posture upright but relaxed, her presence commanding respect without effort. Though her badge wasn't displayed openly, her demeanor announced her authority. To most, this was just another busy airport. To Elena, every corner was a potential threat, an escalation waiting to happen. Suddenly, Shadow's stride faltered. His head snapped to the left, muscles tensing as he became rigid. His amber eyes fixed on something beyond the crowd. Elena felt the leash tighten subtly, instinct warning her. She followed his gaze to gate D12, where a woman with 3 children stood near a column. At first glance, nothing seemed amiss. Plain clothes, tired posture, children clutching small backpacks. But then she noticed the subtle details. The woman's face partially hidden, tilted downward, as if trying to disappear, and the children's stiff silence, bodies tense with white knuck. Amidst the bustling chaos of a crowded airport, filled with noise and hurried footsteps, a German shepherd detected something others overlooked. Trained to protect, yet driven by instinct, he remained steady as a child's eyes flickered with fear. Each step he took drew the unfolding story deeper into danger, symbolizing courage and the unbreakable bond between dog and handler. What started as routine patrol quickly morphed into a tense confrontation that would challenge loyalty, bravery, and the silent language they shared. In that critical moment, when everything depended on a choice, what did the shepherd decide? The airport thrived with energy, its rhythm beating like a living organism, its pulse echoing through the hum of voices, rolling luggage, and the clatter of announcements blending into a constant symphony of urgency. Passengers moved in waves, some rushing to security, others dashing toward gates, flashing final calls. Neon screens cast flickering reflections on polished tiles, their colors shifting with every flight update. The air carried the aroma of roasted coffee, mechanical oil, and an overpowering mix of perfumes. Detective Elena Cruz adjusted her jacket strap and slowed her pace, allowing herself to absorb the environment. She knew this chaos intimately, the shifting currents of human motion, the thin veneer of order masking underlying disorder. For most travelers, the noise was distracting. For her, it was a map deciphered through patience and instinct. Beside her trotted Shadow, her German Shepherd partner, paws striking the ground with a rhythmic contrast to the clatter of luggage. His amber coat shimmered under the fluorescent lights, shifting with each deliberate stride. His ears stood alert, eyes sharp, catching details beyond human perception. Calm yet vigilant, his low tail and fluid stance made him a silent guardian embodying both strength and sensitivity. Together, they carved a path through the crowd, heads turning at the sight of the focused detective and her stoic dog whose presence commanded respect. Elena moved with unwavering focus, her dark hair neatly pulled back, her posture poised, her demeanor announcing her role even before she spoke. To most, this was just another busy terminal. To her, every corner might hide a threat. The sudden flare of a domestic dispute, an abandoned bag, or darker shadows lurking in the noise. Suddenly, Shadow's pace faltered. His head snapped sharply to the left, muscles coiling as he entered a state of rigid alertness. His eyes fixated on something beyond the throng of travelers. Elena felt the leash tighten minutely, her instincts prickling. She followed his gaze to gate D12, where a woman with 3 children stood near a column. On first glance, nothing seemed out of place. Plain clothes, tired posture, children clutching tiny backpacks. But then she observed the subtleties. The woman's head tilted downward, face partially obscured as if she wanted to vanish in a plain sight. The children were unnervingly silent, bodies stiff with tension, their tiny hands gripping straps and sleeves with white-knuckled desperation. Elena's eyes settled on the youngest, a girl no older than 6, clutching,